Introduction. The Tao of Pooh, written by Benjamin Hoff and first published in 1982, offers a delightful and profound journey into the world of Taoism through the lens of A. Milne's beloved character Winnie the Pooh. Hoff, an American author known for his ability to elucidate Eastern philosophies for Western audiences, masterfully combines the simplicity of Pooh's adventures with the deep and often elusive teachings of Taoist thought. In this enchanting book, Hoff uses the endearing and seemingly simple-minded bear Winnie the Pooh to illustrate the principles of Taoism, an ancient Chinese philosophy that emphasizes living in harmony with the Tao, or the fundamental nature of the universe. Through charming narratives and engaging dialogues with Pooh and his friends from the 100 Acres Wood, Hoff reveals how Pooh's effortless, uncontrived way of being embodies the core tenets of Taoism: simplicity, spontaneity, and a deep connection with the natural world. The Tao of Pooh is not just a book about philosophy, it is a guide to living a more balanced and fulfilling life. Hoff's writing is both accessible and thought-provoking, making complex ideas understandable and relevant to everyday life. By exploring the wisdom of Pooh, readers are invited to reflect on their own lives and consider how they might adopt a more harmonious and contented approach to their daily challenges and joys. Book synopsis. In The Tao of Pooh, Benjamin Hoff ingeniously blends whimsical words of Winnie the Pooh with the ancient philosophy of Taoism, creating a book that both enchanting and enlightening. Hoff introduces readers to the principles of Taoism through the familiar and beloved character of the 100 Acres Wood, using their adventures and interactions to illustrate profound philosophical concepts. The book begins with Hoff explaining the basics of Taoism, using an unassuming Pooh as an ideal example of the Taoist way of being. Pooh's simple-mindedness, which some might view as naivety, is presented as a form of wisdom and naturalness that aligns perfectly with Taoist thought. Hoff contrasts Pooh's effortless existence with a more complicated and often misguided approach of his friends. Rabbit, who overthinks and overplans; Owl, who is overly intellectual; and Eeyore, who is perpetually gloomy. Through these comparisons, Hoff emphasizes the Taoist belief in the value of simplicity and living in harmony with the natural flow of life. Each chapter of the book focuses on a different aspect of Taoism, illustrated by a story or interaction involving Pooh and his friends. For instance, in the chapter Colston Pie, Hoff uses the silly song Pooh sings to explain the Taoist concept of inner nature and the importance of recognizing and accepting one's true self. In another chapter, The Pooh Way, Hoff highlights Pooh's ability to enjoy the moment and go with the flow, contrasting it with Rabbit's frantic need to control and organize everything around him. Throughout the book, Hoff engages in playful dialogue with Pooh, adding a layer of meta-narrative that is both humorous and insightful. The dialogue helps break down complex ideas into digestible pieces and keeps the reader engaged with a sense of whimsy and curiosity. Hoff's writing is interspersed with quotes from Taoist texts, which he skillfully interprets through the actions and attitudes of the 100 Acre Woods characters. The Tao of Pooh culminates in a reflection of the importance of simplicity, contentment, and living in accordance with the natural world. Hoff leaves readers with a sense of peace and a new perspective on how to approach their own lives with the effortless wisdom of Winnie the Pooh. Main themes and events. Introduction to Taoism and Pooh. The book opens with an introduction to Taoism, setting the stage for how this ancient Chinese philosophy will be explored through the character of Winnie the Pooh. Benjamin Hoff explains the concept of the Tao, the fundamental principle that underlies the universe, and introduces Pooh as an embodiment of Taoist simplicity and naturalness. Through a playful conversation between Hoff and Pooh, readers are encouraged to see Pooh's seemingly simplistic approach to life as a profound and wise way of being. The uncarved block. Hoff introduces the Taoist concept of the uncarved block, representing the idea of simplicity in the natural state of being. Pooh is presented as a version of the uncarved block, effortlessly embodying this principle through his lack of pretense and straightforward nature. In contrast, Rabbit, Owl, and Eeyore are shown to complicate their lives by overthinking and striving against their true nature. This chapter sets the tone for understanding the value of simplicity and authenticity. Colston Pie. In this chapter, Hoff uses the song Colston Pie that Pooh sings to illustrate the Taoist principle of recognizing and accepting one's inner nature. The lyrics of the song emphasize that everything has its own nature and function, and trying to change it is futile. Through examples from 100 Acre Woods, such as Eeyore's acceptance of his slow pace and Piglet's acknowledgement of his small size, Hoff underscores the importance of self-acceptance and living in harmony with one true self. The Pooh Way. This chapter highlights Pooh's ability to enjoy the present moment and go with the flow, a key aspect of Taoist philosophy. Hoff contrasts Pooh's natural and unhurried approach to life with Rabbit's frantic need to organise and control everything. Through various stories such as Pooh's leisurely walk in the woods to his spontaneous search for honey, Hoff demonstrates how living in the moment leads to a more fulfilling and harmonious life. Busy Baxton. The concept of busy Baxton is introduced, representing those who are always busy and never satisfied. Hoff uses the character of Rabbit as the archetype of busy Baxton, constantly rushing and never taking time to enjoy life. In contrast, Pooh's relaxed and contented nature is shown to be more aligned with Taoist ideas. This chapter serves as a critique of the modern obsession with business and productivity, advocating for a more balanced and mindful approach. Zoo. Caring and compassion. Hoff delves into the Taoist concept of Chu, which means caring and compassion. He illustrates this theme through Pooh's interaction with his friends, showing how Pooh's natural kindness and concern for others embodies this principle. Examples include Pooh comforting Pillow during a storm and helping Eeyore find his tail. These stories highlight the importance of compassion and empathy in creating harmonious relationships and a peaceful community. Desiccated scholars. In this chapter, Hoff critiques intellectualism and the tendency to overanalyze, which he refers to as the behaviour of desiccated scholars. Owl, with his love for books and knowledge, represents this tendency. Hoff argues that true wisdom comes from experiencing life directly rather than through excessive study and intellectualization. Pooh's simple and intuitive understanding of the world is presented as a more authentic and effective way of living in accordance with Taoist principles. The Pooh way of self-reliance. Hoff explores the theme of self-reliance, emphasizing the Taoist belief in trusting oneself and one's own ability. He uses examples from the 100-acre woods, such as Pooh's confidence in finding honey and his resourcefulness in solving problems, to demonstrate how self-resilience leads to a more fulfilling and empowered life. This chapter encourages readers to trust their instincts and abilities rather than relying on external validation and assistance. Inner nature and the Tiddly-Pom principle. The Tiddly-Pom principle is introduced as a metaphor for how small, consistent actions can lead to significant results. Hoff uses the example of Pooh's song about Tiddly-Poms to illustrate how simple, repeated behaviours create a ripple effect in life. This principle is tied to the Taoist idea of Wu Wei, an effortless action where natural and unforced actions lead to harmonious outcomes. The stories of Pooh's persistence but gentle efforts serve to reinforce this theme. The end of the way. In the concluding chapter, Hoff reflects on the journey through Taoism and the lessons learned from Pooh and his friends. He illustrates the importance of simplicity, compassion and self-reliance, and living in harmony with one's inner nature. The book ends on a note of peaceful contemplation, encouraging readers to integrate these Taoist principles into their own lives. Through the wisdom of Pooh, Hoff leaves readers with a sense of calm and a deeper understanding how to live a balanced and fulfilling life. Key takeaway points. Embrace simplicity and naturalness. Significance. The essence of Taoism is to live simply and in harmony with the natural order. Pooh's effortless existence and his ability to find joy in simple things embody this principle. Implementation. Declutter your life. Start by decluttering both your physical space and your mental space. Simplify your surroundings to reduce stress and focus on what truly matters. Practice mindfulness. Engage in daily mindfulness exercises such as meditating for a few minutes or simply paying attention to your breathing. This helps you stay present and appreciate the simplicity of the moment. Value your inner nature. Significance. The concept of constant pie in the book teaches the importance of recognizing and accepting one's true nature. Pooh's self-awareness and comfort with who he is contrasted sharply with the other characters who often struggle with their identities. Implementation. Self-reflection. Spend time reflecting on your strengths and weaknesses. Write them down and accept them as part of who you are. Avoid comparison. Focus on your own journey rather than comparing yourself to others. Celebrate your unique qualities and contributions. Go with the flow. Significance. Pooh's ability to go with the flow, unlike Rabbit's incessant need to plan and control, highlights the Taoist principle of Wu Wei, of effortless action. Implementation. Adaptability. Cultivate flexibility in your daily routine. When plans change or obstacles arise, approach them with calm and open-mindedness rather than resistance. Letting go. Practice letting go of the need to control every aspect of your life. Trust that things will unfold as they are meant to and allow yourself to be guided by the natural course of events. Live in the present moment. Significance. Pooh's constant presence in the moment, whether he is enjoying honey or spending time with friends, teaches the importance of being fully present. Implementation. Mindful activities. Engage in activities that require your full attention, such as cooking, gardening, or drawing. Focus entirely on the task at hand without distraction. Gratitude practice. Start a gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you are grateful for each day. This practice helps you appreciate the present moment and find joy in simple pleasures. The power of contentment. Significance. Pooh's contentment with his simple life contrasts with the other characters who often strive for more. Taoism teaches that true happiness comes from being content with what you have. Implementation. Daily gratitude. Make it a habit to list things you are thankful for each morning. This can shift your focus from what you lack to what you already possess. Simplify goals. Set realistic and achievable goals. Instead of striving for perfectionism, aim for progress and celebrate small victories along the way. Nurture your relationship. Significance. The relationship between Pooh and his friends in the 100-acre wood illustrate the importance of community and support in one another. Implementation. Quality time. Dedicate time each week to spend with family and friends without distractions. Engage in activities that foster connection and understanding. Act of kindness. Perform small acts of kindness regularly, such as writing a thoughtful note or helping a friend in need. These actions strengthen bonds and create a supportive community. Find joy in simple pleasures. Significance. Pooh finds immense joy in simple activities like eating honey or taking a walk in the woods. This reflects the Taoist idea that happiness is found in appreciating the small, everyday moments. Implementation. Savour simple moments. Take time to savour simple pleasures, whether it's enjoying a cup of tea, watching a sunset, or listening to your favourite music. Daily reflections. At the end of each day, reflect on simple moments that brought you joy. This practice can help you develop a deeper appreciation of everyday life. Final thoughts. The Tao of Pooh by Benjamin Hoff is a delightful fusion of Eastern philosophy and Western literature that transcends its simple presentation to offer profound life lessons. Through the beloved character of Winnie the Pooh and his friends, Hoff illuminates the timeless principles of Taoism, making them accessible and relevant to modern readers. Reflecting on the journeys through the 100-acre wood, we are reminded of the beauty and simplicity and the wisdom in embracing our true nature. Pooh's effortless ways of being, his ability to live in the present, and his contentment with life's simple pleasures serves as a powerful example of how we can find harmony and fulfillment in our own lives. Each chapter of the book, through its engaging narratives and insightful dialogues, brings to light key aspects of Taoist philosophy, encouraging us to adopt a more relaxed, natural approach to life. One mind-blowing conclusion from the Tao of Pooh is the realization that profound wisdom often lies in the simplest of things. In a world that constantly pushes us to do more, achieve more, and be more, Pooh's unpretentious wisdom reminds us that sometimes just being is enough. This revelation can be life-changing, offering a refreshing perspective that challenges the conventional pursuits of success and happiness. As we conclude, you might find yourself feeling a sense of gratitude for the gentle yet profound teachings that the Tao of Pooh imparts. This book is not just a reading experience, but an invitation to a more mindful, contented way of living. By embracing the lessons from Pooh and his friends, you embark on a journey towards a simpler, more fulfilling life. This is a book that promises to be a cherished companion, offering wisdom and comfort throughout its charming tales and timeless teachings. So go ahead, buy the book and immerse yourself in its gentle philosophy and discover the Tao of Pooh yourself.